everyone, welcome to the Irish in the UK. Coming up on the show this week, we'll be joining Shaun Gradwell as he completes a 15,000 feet skydive to raise some money for Stamp Out Suicide. Rhythm of the Dance musical was here in the UK and we caught up with them. We'll be having a lovely song from the beautiful Caitlin. But first up tonight, a few weeks ago, we showed you some of the highlights from the Feis in Liverpool. It was a great day and everybody enjoyed themselves. And we're going to show you a little bit more from that day on the show tonight. On the banks of the road. Tell me a little bit about Cronin.
Well, we've just done the Feis here now, like in Liverpool. We're on the road with a new record now that we're promoting, and it's going pretty good now. We're getting a lot of radio play over in Ireland, like on Today FM and RTE, and Chris Moyles gave us a play there in March. But it's going really well now. Like, we're playing the Electric Picnic in September in Marty Mulligan's tent, and then we're playing the Marquee in Drumlish. That we're from Drumlish originally, but me and Michael were born in Drumlish, then left for Leeds, and we met Chris O'Malley when I was 14. But I'm back living home now 16 years, and we used to be in a band called The Aftermath before that, and now we're in Cronin now for the last 6 years. So we've this band going, and then we play with Shane McGowan too. So
tell me a little bit about the music that you play.
Well, it's I suppose it's indie rock and roll with a dark tinge, dark pop, but we've got a bit of Irish in there as well, some influence, you know. We've been in the county that we're from. We've been back in Ireland now 16 years. So of course that'll rub off on your musical taste, you know.
And Chris, you were playing with these guys today. We know you, Chris, from Leeds, of course, and you were playing here as a guest spot today with the lads.
Yeah, I was just a hired gun today for these lads now. But I used to go to school with Johnny, and you know, when other people would be doing kind of maths revision at lunchtime, Johnny and I would be finishing or perfecting our Big Tom hits, and that's what it all sprung from, really, like, you know. So we took it from a country and Irish bass up to rock and roll and back to trad again, like, you know. So.
Well, Michael, I can tell it rubbed off all this, you know, time that they spent singing the songs and everything, because you guys got a great reception there on stage.
Oh, it's brilliant. Brilliant to play in Liverpool. Always loved this town. People have always been behind us. It's like the biggest Irish hoolie in the north of England ever.
it's like the second capital of Ireland here.
Liam, tell me a little bit about the Hothouse Flowers. Of course, you guys have been playing together a very long time.
33 years it has been, Martin, and it's been 30 full years of revelry, merriment, pain, joy, bliss, awakening, sleepening, deepening, weakening. And we've made a few records over the years. We've travelled the world. And it's just been great, you know. It's just we've known each other since we were kids, pretty much, and you can't buy that sort of time in working, running with people.
It's a unique thing, I think, to have that level of longevity. It's not something we even think about, I don't think, that much, you know. It just sort of, that's how it is. And when you do stop and think about it, you kind of go, wow, that is a lot of time.
Peter, you got a great reception here on the main stage here today. What was it like for you guys looking down on that huge crowd enjoying your music?
It was emotional. It was stunning. There's a lot of familiar faces out there. Beautiful day. Just very emotional, really. No tears, but a lot of feeling in the heart. Feeling in the legs as well. My legs were shaking. They're okay now.
Jo, now you've been performing here today. How's it gone for you?
Fantastic. Just had such a great festival, really good vibe, excellent acts that I really wanted to see. I've met Sharon Shannon, I've just seen the Hothouse Flowers. Just a really fantastic festival. It's just so nice to be a part of it, and obviously we're from, you know, Liverpool, the local area. It's just amazing to be a part of it.
And of course you're heavily involved in lots of things Irish. Tell me a little bit about the things you do.
Yeah, so I'm a live performer, solo act. I've been in many bands over the years and performed with some of the best singers from the local area. I also run a business called Melody Makers, teaching Irish music and folk music to adults and to children as well.
Now John, you two guys are playing together on stage here today, but you're a great traditional music man, aren't you?
Oh, my history goes back a long way. My roots were Liam Clancy, Luke Kelly. That's the music I grew up on from Liverpool, and then I formed a band in Liverpool many years ago called the Cream of the Barley, and that ran for 24 years, and absolutely brilliant. We live for music.
Now that's what I call a good day out, and I can't wait for next year's Feis. Now Colin Farrell established the charity Stamp Out Suicide about 5 years ago, and he's been working very hard behind the scenes to keep it all going since. He has established a 24-hour helpline for people with depression or suicidal thoughts. Well, recently Shaun Gradwell completed a 15,000 feet skydive to raise some money for the charity.
Stamp Out Suicide was set up in August of 2015, which is just 3 years now. And what we do is we provide free counselling for anyone in the UK that may be living with suicidal thoughts. And they can contact us on our helpline 16 hours a day from 10 a.m. till 2 a.m. in the morning. And basically, there's so many people out there that are having suicidal thoughts and they just don't know where to seek help. So if they contact us, what we do is we will put them in touch with a counsellor, and all our counsellors are registered and accredited. And then the process starts from there, and we will give them up to 18 weeks counselling. We have no more to do with it, other than if the client wants to make contact with us, say in between counselling sessions, if they just need someone to have a chat to, say, in the middle of the week, whatever, between their sessions, yeah, we're always there to talk to them.
Now this is always something that you've wanted to do, and I know that you put your heart and soul into trying to get Stamp Out Suicide established, and you've done a lot of fundraising and walking around the UK trying to raise money in the early days.
Yeah, between 2011 and 2014, I done a walk through all the counties of Ireland, and then I came to the UK and walked all the counties of the UK, and I got massive support from people all over this country. And then I met people along my journey, and they said they'd come on board and maybe help finance setting up a suicide prevention charity. And since then we got registered in January of 2017, so we're now a registered charity as well, you know.
Great stuff. Well, look at you're doing a great work, Colin, and we're looking forward to Shaun doing a skydive now, and he's trying to raise a few bob to keep your helpline in operation.
Yeah, I mean, Shaun is brilliant. I mean, like, I absolutely think he's just absolutely crazy to even consider doing what he's doing, like to go up in a plane and jump out of that plane today to raise funds for our charity. But we're very grateful and wish him all the best today.
I'm gonna spread my wings and fly around the world, fly like I've never known before.
Shaun, of course you're here today because you're trying to raise some money for Stamp Out Suicide, and of course it's a great cause.
Yeah, it's going to help a lot of people out, get a lot of people the help that they need, and obviously I'm going to do something that I've always wanted to do, so we've kind of done two things in progress.
Yeah. Now, are you nervous because you've never done this before, have you?
I've not, no. The only thing I can relate it to is I've done a boxing event. Before it, you're thinking about it, you get nervous. So if you just take yourself away from that position and you watch everybody else, what everybody else is doing, the nerves tend to disintegrate.
Now we can fly north, we can fly south, we can fly east or maybe west. Whichever way you want now, baby, I will do my best. Now we can fly high, we can fly low. Now we're ready to go, and I want you, girl, to fly away with me. I'm gonna spread my wings and fly around the world, fly like I've never known before.
Shaun, you just jumped 15,000 feet. What did it feel like?
There's no words to explain what it felt like, Martin. Just unbelievable. Something, I'd do it again now, right now if I could. there's no words to describe how it felt. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Well, we were watching you here getting on the plane before you left the ground, and we were so nervous, never mind. I don't know how you felt.
I was a little bit nervous. I think I was more apprehensive about how it was going to go and how long it took to get up there and how long it took to get down and other stuff, but it was absolutely out of this world.
You were so high up there, Shaun. Could you see much? Was there a good view?
Could see everything. Seeing the shipyard in Barrow-in-Furness, I could see the wind turbines, I could see the lot, everything, the moors, everything. Unbelievable view.
Now, you've done all this, of course, for Stamp Out Suicide to try and raise a few bob. How have you gone on with the sponsorship?
We've gone very well with the sponsorship. To be able to pay for the skydive, obviously it's not a cheap do. As you can see, we've got TP Elligan. Plant Hire has donated some money to us. There's a few more in the back. The response from it's been unbelievable.
Right, okay. Would you like more people to contribute if you could?
Of course, every day somebody needs a little bit of help. And let's provide them that help 365 days a year, as long as we can.
Well, listen, well done to you, and Oliver, your little boy is delighted to see you back down here on the ground with him.
He is, yeah. I think he wants your microphone. I think he's hungry.
You've got all your family and friends, your wife and everybody here with you. You had a great support today.
Thank you very much, everybody that supported me. Colin,
Well done, well done.
this is the founder of the charity, and everybody else. Tommy, it's great, and I think Oliver's saying thanks as well.
I'm gonna spread my wings and fly around the world, fly like I've never known before.
Well done to Shaun Gradwell. He was so brave to do that 15,000 feet skydive. Now we're off for a quick break. Welcome back. Now, if you've got a story you'd like to tell us, my contact details are on the screen now. Now, the Rhythm of the Dance musical is a fantastic show and they've had great reviews. They were here on their UK tour and we went along to meet them.
The Rhythm of the Dance first started in March 1999. Our first tour was of Scandinavia. So we started off in Norway, Sweden, Denmark, and in the nearly 20 years in between we've now performed in over 50 countries and at this stage to 5 or 6 million people worldwide. So it's been a huge success and it just keeps going from strength to strength year after year. So yeah, 1999 was the first, so next year is our 20th anniversary.
Oh, many congratulations to you. Now, where did you get the idea from? Because obviously back 20 odd years ago, it wasn't everybody that was going on tour, big groups doing Irish dancing.
Yeah, it kind of happened by accident, really. We were, my father, who's the producer, Kieran Kavanagh, was asked by the National Symphony Orchestra in Dublin to put together a small troupe of Irish dancers for a tour with the orchestra they had planned for Scandinavia. So they went off with the orchestra and did the tour, and it went down so well, we were asked to come back, but with a bigger group of dancers and no orchestra, so kind of that's how it came about. It was by accident. We went out with some dancers on a completely different tour and it just took off. We were invited back as a dance troupe only then after that.
Now give me an idea what we can experience in the show.
Well, with Rhythm of the Dance, it's a live show. That's one of our big selling points. So when you come along to Rhythm of the Dance, you'll see a live band, you'll see live singers. We put microphones on the stage, so you're picking up the real step, hard shoe step. So what you can expect is a little bit of everything, a little taste of everything from Ireland. You're going to have dance, you're going to have music, and you're going to have song. So there's something to suit everybody's tastes if they come along to Rhythm of the Dance.
Now you're coming at the end of your UK tour and it was a massive, big tour for you all over the country. How has that gone for you?
It's gone very well. I think it's our best tour so far. We've 44 shows in total, so it's a big tour. as you said, we're coming near to the end of the tour. We just have a week now in Scotland after we finish in Preston tonight, and then we sit in Windsor, in the Theatre Royal in Windsor, from the 14th to the 18th of August, and that's it. Then we go home. So far it has been a great tour and the sales have been great, but the audiences have been fantastic over here. We're getting a great reaction from the audiences every night.
Absolutely fantastic. Where's home for you, Ken?
Dublin. Back to Dublin after we finish in August.
And is it a little break then, and maybe looking to what you're going to do for the future?
Yeah, we have we have a few weeks off then after we finish up here to rest and recuperate, and we're going to head out then again in the autumn, October, November. We start again out in Europe, and we'll be visiting maybe 9 or 10 countries over 6 months.
I started dancing when I was about 4 or 5, for the McAtee School in Stockport, Manchester.
You obviously enjoy dancing because you followed this through your career.
Yeah, I've been doing it for about 12, 13 years now, so I must be enjoying it a little bit anyway to keep it on that long.
Yeah. Now tell me about Rhythm of the Dance. Of course, you've done a lot of travelling, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been touring with Rhythm of the Dance for about 3 years now. We've gone to loads of different countries all around America, Europe. It's been really good. It's a live Irish music and dance show. It's doing really well.
Now, of course, when you're back in Manchester or over in Ireland, we all recognise Irish dancing and how good it is, and we all join in. But when you go out to foreign countries, what's the audience like, and do they join in?
Yeah, they really seem to embrace it. They enjoy it a lot. Each audience is different, like everywhere you go. Some of them wait till the end to burst into applause, and then some of it do it all the way through. So it's really good to see all the different reactions. Everyone seems to love it anyway, everywhere we go.
And of course you were here on this UK tour, but quite recently you were in your hometown of Stockport and you were lead of the dance that night.
Yeah, it was lead in Stockport. It was really good to be in the hometown. I've never done it before, so it was nice to see all friends and family there supporting me, and it was good.
Now for you, you're travelling all over the world and you've seen a lot of the world with this. It's been a great experience.
Yeah, it's great. It's really fun travelling about. It's not a normal job, but it works.
I'll tell you what, it's a lot harder than a normal job, but how much practice goes into this now? Because you're busy, you're different places every night and you've had a busy UK tour. So, how do you manage to rest and practice? How does that work out?
Don't get too much rest really, but we practice about 2 hours a day on the stage, like when we get to the theatres and stuff, and then the travelling beforehand, and just get rest whenever we can in hotels and whatever.
It's a great achievement though, isn't it, to be able to travel the world. It's everybody's dream to travel the world, isn't it? See a lot of the world and be employed as well and work. It must be fantastic.
Yeah, it's really good. Everyone says do it while you're young, so see how long the legs hold out anyway, and then I'll be back in Manchester soon enough, I'd say.
Well, listen, before we let you go, we've got to congratulate you because we know that you're going to be 21 next week.
Yeah, thanks, Martin.
It's not the leaving of Liverpool that brings me, but my darling, when I think of thee. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that brings me, but my darling.
Dane, give me a little idea of what your involvement with Rhythm of the Dance.
I'm the lead dancer and the choreographer of the show.
That sounds like a very responsible job.
It is, yeah, there's a lot of responsibility that goes along with it. You've got to create all the material for the show. You've then got to train the dancers in that material, so you've got to get them to learn it all and then do it exactly the same. And then make sure it's the same every night. And then on the road you have so many variables like injuries and just different size stages even that you have to change on a daily basis. Like you have to maintain the show and change it.
My goodness, there's so much that goes on that we don't realise when we come to look at a performance. There's so much goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's always seems calm from the front. Even when I go out to watch it, I'm like, oh, okay, everybody just comes on, they change their clothes, they're back out. But it's madness backstage sometimes, especially if somebody's hurt themselves or even just a costume malfunction. Like these things happen in show business all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. But 11 years, you must really enjoy it.
I love it, yeah. I've been here since 2007. Coming and going, but I've been back since 2014, and it's mad coming in as a newbie, as a troupe dancer, my very first show in 2007, and then kind of it's a bit of a full circle moment this tour, because we've just recorded the new DVD, and this version of the show is mostly my choreography, so I feel like I've grown up now. I'm the kind of granddad of the troupe as it is, because they're all kids.
So are you always trying to introduce new things into the act?
Yeah, the show is ever changing, so every year we'll put in at least one new number just to kind of keep it fresh. But this year is a brand new show, so it's all been new. Last October we had like a long rehearsal period before the world tour, and just changed pretty much everything. There's some skeletons of pieces in there for maybe 10 years, but I wanted to keep some of the other choreographers' inputs, you know.
I'm amazed how popular Irish music, song and dance is, you know, around the world.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. I think everybody really enjoys Irish music, and like you can't get a house that's not walking out of the theatre with like red hands from having clapping along. Like it's it's infectious.
If Rhythm of the Dance are in your area, pop along and see them. You'll really enjoy their show. Now, Henry McGlade is back next Thursday evening at 7 o'clock, and I'm here at 7:30 with the Irish in the UK. Both shows are repeated on a Saturday evening between 8 and 9 p.m, all on Showcase TV, Sky Channel 455. Now, we're going to leave you with a lovely piece of music. It's Caitlin's brand new song, Big Big Love. See you next time.
Oh, can't you feel my love is growing? Can't you feel it, ain't it showing? Oh, you must be knowing I got a big, big love. It's not the type to be concealing, it's the type to be revealing. Oh, you must be feeling I got a big, big love. I think it's time we done some walking. I think it's time we done some talking. Well, there's a great big moon above, but honey, I got a big, big love. This is not infatuation, it's true love sensation. It's not my imagination. I got a big, big love for you. I think it's time we done some walking. I think it's time we done some talking. There's a great big moon above, but honey, I got a big, big love. This is not infatuation, it's true love sensation. It's not my imagination. I got a big, big love. Oh, can't you feel my love is growing?